Welcome back to my Road to Completion guide for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is episode 5. Talk to our party members, then tell the receptionist yes.
We have to do inspections to make sure. I heard this ship used to belong to Captain.
The key to enjoying your voyage.
Attention passengers.
You're getting in on this too?
Solely as a means to study human leisure.
My apologies, but I'm
for the Queen's Blood Tournament
I'm
are
no
over
mere
here.
animal, thank you.
You're pretty good at this game, huh?
I guess.
Good enough to be...
A little friendly competition could be fun.
Yeah, right. You joining?
Hell yeah, I am. Fabulous pride.
Cool. But...
Here to sign up for our Queen's Blood tournament? So, who should I say?
Cloud Strife.
All right, Mr. Strife.
Buy the following booster packs: Suppressive Strikers, Ruffians, plus Weird and Wicked.
And seek out your first competitor.
Welcome. If you're looking for cards, we've got you covered.
Let's see how today's brave competitors are faring. We'll start with our first pair. Don't let Regina's small stature fool you. She's as tough as they come.
Hey, good luck out there. I'll be rooting for you.
That Regina makes some...
Set up deck 1 and listen to my Queen's Blood tutorial. Our goal is to win the tournament. This will give us the Ifrit card, a treasure, the assessed Materia earrings, and the card royalty trophy. Just remember to report to the reception desk between matches to progress the tournament.
Win. It doesn't look like this boy wonder's hot streak is close to fading. Ouch! A tough loss for Barrett. Let's hope his ego is less bruised than his record after that one.
Salutations and good evening, Spiky Hair.
So...
That is correct. You may refer to...
This robot's kind of a piece of shit, huh?
Alright guys, Queen's Blood can be very confusing, so I'm going to walk you through this first match with live commentary, okay? The first thing that you need to understand is that you can retry. So if you just hit options on your controller, you can just restart, okay? You can also skip this little cutscene here. You guys see that cutscene as the camera pans down? That takes time. And if you want to restart these matches, maybe because you feel like they're getting out of hand or you want to get better cards, which I'll showcase in a second, then you want to be able to just do that super quick, get back into the match, and then hit X to skip that. See that? So restart, yes. Options, yes. X, skip. let's reset the match. Okay, we're going to get 5 new cards, and let's talk about which cards we should mulligan. Okay, the rule is very simple, guys. Look in the top left corner of every card and see if it has more than 1 pawn piece. That's all you need to worry about at this particular moment in time. Now, there will come a time in the future where we will not necessarily want to mulligan cards that have 2 pawn pieces, because we're going to have a specific strategy that we're going to be using later on. But to get through this tournament, the rule is simple. If it has more than 1 pawn piece, you get rid of it. So for this example, it will be this one. See that? You would press X, then triangle to play. I'll do it one more time for you guys. Get a brand new set of 5. This example, notice we have 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So we would get rid of this card and that card. Boom. Play. And we're set up and ready to go. Okay. The next thing that you need to consider is the game board itself. Okay. So notice there's 15 tiles, right? You guys see that? 15 tiles. This is the middle of the game board. So you kind of have a right side and a left side. Left side obviously being our side, the green, and then the right side being our opponent, red. Okay. Notice the pawn pieces. 1, 1, and 1. And then our opponent has 3 tiles filled with 1 pawn each. See that? That's why you want to start the match with cards that have 1 pawn. Okay. Because you need to be able to make plays. Now, if you're a beginner at this, maybe you're nervous, I would say that it's a good idea to start with at least 3 cards that have 1 pawn piece, because then at least you have 3 moves. Does that make sense? If you started this match with, let's say, 5 cards and each card had more than 1 pawn, you wouldn't be able to play at all. Okay. Because you can only play based on the pawns that are on the board. Okay. Now, if I press down on the D-pad, right, up on the D-pad, I can cycle between the game board and my set of cards. Okay. But notice what happens when I cycle to my cards. Notice the blue flame. There's a little bit of an animation, like a glow around 4 cards. And then 1 card does not have that animation. You guys see that? That's because that card, the Alpha Dunk, because it has 2 pawn pieces, cannot be played at this particular moment in time, because I do not have a tile on the game board that has 2 pawns. See what I'm saying? But these 4 cards can be played, because in the top left, there's 1 pawn piece. Very important. Okay. Now, not only does the game board have 15 tiles, but I like to think of it in columns and lanes. Okay. So this would be your top lane. See that? Middle lane, bottom lane, or lane 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then you have columns. This is column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in case I reference columns and lanes later in commentary, you'll know what I mean. And then obviously if I say tile, you'll know what that means. Okay. Notice how the game board is set up too. So on the left, we have Cloud, we have 0, 0, 0, and then we have Wize 3.0, 0, 0, and 0. So that's the point totals. Okay. So the goal of this game is to have more points than your opponent. That's how you win. Okay. But it's based on lanes. What does that mean? It means if I can win this top lane, let's say I have 20 points at the end. Okay. I can lose lanes 2 and 3. Let's just say our opponent had 5 points and 5 points. Okay. So maybe it was 5-1, 5-1, but then on the top lane, I win 20-0. Okay. Well, at the end of the day, I get a true 20 points and my opponent is going to get 10 because it won both lanes. It's going to accumulate those totals and that's going to be his score. So in that particular example, I would win 20-10. Okay. I won the top lane with a total of 20 points. He won lanes 2 and 3 with, a total of 10 because he got 5 points per lane. Right. And then I would still win. So you don't have to win every lane. You just need the most points. And that's very important for you guys to understand. Okay. So now that we figured out which cards we should mulligan, we have an idea of how the game board is set up. Which card do we play? Okay. Another simple rule for you guys to understand here. Okay. Figure out which cards can be played. In this particular example, there's only 4. So you don't even have to worry about the 5th one. Okay. Just look for the cards that are glowing. Okay. And then look in the top right corner of each card and find out which one has more points. So in this example, we have a card that has 3, 2, 3, and 3. So honestly, it really doesn't matter of which cards I play between the Archdragon, Capparwire, and the other Archdragon. But I'm not going to play the Levercron. Why? Because it only has 2 points. And out of the 3 remaining cards, it doesn't matter which one I play. Like I said earlier, just play one. Okay. Boom. So you can see that now we've accumulated 3 points in the middle lane, or lane 2. Our opponent has played, and our opponent has 1 point. Okay. So it's currently 3-1. If the match ended right now, I would win 3-1. Okay. Something that you guys need to understand is that you can also pass. Now, very rarely will you pass, but sometimes you're going to need to. Here's the rule. Never pass if you're losing. Right now I'm winning. Notice how my 3 is lit up. That means I'm winning this lane. So if I pass right now and that prompt is in the bottom right, you just hold down triangle. If I were to pass, I'd basically be giving up my turn. My opponent would get to go again. Okay. But I wouldn't lose. And that's because I'm currently winning. Okay. If you pass and you're losing, right, then there's a good chance, sometimes it doesn't happen, but there's a really good chance your opponent is just going to quit as well. And then the points are going to be totaled and you're going to lose. Does that make sense? So if you're going to pass, make sure that you do it knowing that you have the lead. Okay. So you don't forfeit the match. Okay. Now I want you guys to notice something that's happening here. Okay. Notice, take you guys up here. Notice the setup. So it's green, space, red. You guys see that? Green, space, red. You need to learn this green, space, red. Memorize that. Okay. Anytime that you're faced with this particular setup where there's an empty tile in between your pawn pieces and your opponent's pawn pieces, you don't want to play a card that places your green pawn directly next to a red pawn. Now, sometimes you're going to be forced to, and sometimes it's going to be strategic. But for now, just to make this simple, you really don't want to do that. Why? If I placed this card here, then my opponent could then play a card here. And if that particular card can capture my pawn that I just put down, then my opponent is gaining territory, right? I want to gain territory. So you want to be a little bit defensive when you play this Queen's Blood, okay? So what I'm going to do, again, I'm just looking at all the cards that are lit up, okay? There's 4, right? I could play any of them. Again, I want to play the one with the highest point value, but I just don't want to play it there. Notice how this card gives, puts my green pawn directly beside of the red pawn. So does that one. So does that one. And that one. Okay, so those are bad plays. So we still want to play these cards just somewhere else. Okay, so now let's just focus on another lane. Let's just let the middle lane be. Okay, again, we're going to pick our highest rated card, which is going to be these two, the 3s, right? I will show you this. If you look just above where it says Capparwire, right, there's a formation. You see the squares? Notice the white square. See the white square? Above the white square in the formation, you will see kind of a red-orange square, okay? And then to the right of the white, you will see that gold square. The gold square basically says you're going to add a pawn piece to that specific tile. So if I wanted to play this card here, notice it gives me an extra pawn piece to the right because that's what the formation says it's going to do, okay? But those red-orange blocks above the white block and the one below it, notice how it's taking my card in lane 2, right? This one, my Archdragon, it's reducing the point value of that card by 1. You guys see that? And that's because this particular card lowers the the power of allied and enemy cards by 1. And you know this because at the bottom it tells you guys. See, when played, lower the power of allied and enemy cards on affected tiles by 1. The affected tiles are the red-orange tiles. So this, while it seems like a good play, because we're building to the right, we're gaining territory with that green pawn, and we're not creating a situation where we're directly beside of a red pawn, we will also be reducing the value of the card above us. We would still be winning though, 2-1, but you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. So while this card has a point value of 3, and it seems like the right play, it's actually not, okay? Let's go to the next card. This is a 3, okay? And you can see we do have a white square in the formation. The 2 gold squares are kind of, you know, up and to the left and then down and to the left. And then we have a red-orange block to the right. That red-orange block, because there's no enemy card there, right? Then there's nothing for me to destroy or devalue or whatever that card will do. And in fact, in this one, it's when played, lower the power of an enemy card on affected tiles by 3, okay? So if there was an enemy card here, and let's say it had a point value of 3, and I played this card here, right? It would destroy that card because 3 minus 3 is 0. It would destroy that card, okay? We're just not far enough into the match yet for me to get close enough to destroy any cards, but I do want to play my highest point value card. Why? Because I always want to be able to pass. So I want to put a lot of points on the board in the beginning, okay? So this is the correct card to play, okay? Doesn't matter if you play it on the top or bottom. I tend to go to the bottom a lot, but it doesn't really matter. And notice what our opponent did.
Error detected.
He played here, okay? And what did he do? He got rid of the green space red, right? By playing a card there, now he's created green, red, green, red, green, red, right? But he did that because it's our move next. Now we can capture that tile, okay? So now we're going to look at our cards, okay? Notice the glowing flame around them. There's 3 cards we can play. You just want to worry about the cards that have the highest point value. So we have a 1, a 2, and a 3, okay? Just like that. Boom. Now our middle lane has 6 points to 2 points. So we'll see if he captures. So now what do we want to do? We still want to get as much territory as possible. I call this the 9-6 rule. If we can put a card down on 9 tiles, leaving our opponent with only 6, that gives us an advantage. Even if your opponent has a higher rated cards, because you're able to put down 9 versus your opponent's 6, there's still a good chance you'll win. This is not 100%, right? Because there's RNG and all kind of elements that can kick in. But based on my test, it's above 70% that you'll win with very little knowledge in this game. You just have to know these rules, okay? So we want to occupy territory. So let's look at this tile, okay? So let's go back down to our cards and see what's lit up. So it looks like we can play everything, okay? Why? Because now we have a tile right here that has 2 pawn pieces. You guys see that? We have 2, 1, 1, and 1. And since all of our cards have either 2 or 1 pawns in the top left, we can play everything. So let's see if we can capture this middle tile, get some territory without creating that green-red scenario, right? So let's just say I were to play this card here. Well, it does give me the middle tile right there in the second lane. The problem is, if you look underneath, it creates a scenario where our green pawn is directly beside of the red pawns, and it's not our turn. Once I place this card, our opponent will go next. So if our opponent has a card that can capture this tile, we are giving up one of our 9, right, that we want. So the Levicron, even if it were, it had a power rating of like a 4, it still wouldn't be the correct play, okay? This is not a good play because it doesn't build anything over to the right. And we wouldn't want to do that anyway because we don't want to put a green pawn directly beside of the red pawns, right? This card's not good. It does give us a tile at the top, which is what we need. That's part of our 9. But again, it puts a green and red beside each other. So that's not good. That one can't be played there. And then you got this one. Okay. So you're saying, well, what do you play then? Like seems like there's no good play that you make where you can set up the scenario where you can, maybe just get that top tile. Ideally, if you took the Levercron card and you flipped it, in other words, it didn't play down, it played up, that would be the play, right? Because now you're able to put that card down and capture that middle lane completely, those three, and build up, but not sacrifice down at the bottom. We just don't have a card right now that can do that. So what do? We just leave it blank, right? We leave it blank and we play somewhere else, okay? So again, we're going to look to play at the top. See this? We could play here, right? But it still leaves this tile available. We want to capture that tile. So let's see which cards we have. We could play a 2 card here. And I'm looking at our cards at the bottom. This is the best play. This card is the best play, right? It's our highest rated card that can put a pawn down and not sacrifice any territory. Okay, it actually gives us territory. So this is the play. And we'll see what our opponent does.
Keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage.
All right.
He's actually set us up for success. So now all I have to do is capture that space. So I'm going to look to see, that's a 1 power rating. I could play and capture, but it's only going to give me 1 point. I could also play this card. It has a 2 power rating and I still get to capture. So the best play is the Levercron. Now you can see that I have 9. See that? I have 9 spaces or 9 tiles. See the 9? And I'm leaving my opponent with only 6. And now we start building things out and we're just looking strictly at points. All right. So currently the middle lane is 8-2. I'm going to win that lane. Okay. So he has 5 points on the top lane. I only have 2 points. So let's see if we can win that lane. So we're going to rule out the Devil Riders and the Alpha Dunk. And of course, here we just have these security officer times 2 and the point values are the same. So we're just going to put it up here like this.
Bring it.
Cloud isn't letting up the pressure one bit.
5. Now, I was hoping that I would get another card, so then I could have placed it there and potentially won 6-5. So there's really no point in me playing up there at all. No problem, right? We're still winning. We still have 8 points here, okay? Let's focus on the bottom. If I look at the 2-pawn piece, you can see I can play a card there. That's going to give me 7-4, all right? That's 7-4 because they both have a power rating of 4. And then there's these 2 over here. They're all 4. So it doesn't really matter which one I play. They all have 2 pawn pieces, power level of 4. So let's play it. Now we're suddenly winning 7-4.
That's the way.
You can see that I could pass right now because I'm winning. Remember, if you're winning and you pass, it's just going to tally up the points that are currently on the board. And that's it. So currently I have 8 and 7. Our opponent has 5, so I would win. But if you continue, if you still wanted to play, I would throw down 1 here.
No holding back.
And I could still throw 1 down here. Actually, this is what I was looking for earlier. A card like this. See? Now I suddenly win all 3 lanes. Even though the card on bottom, see that Archdragon card? This card? I'm going to go down by 1. See, the point value is reduced by 1, but I'm still going to win 7-4. Does that make sense? So I could win right now by passing, but I could dominate by playing that last card. And you can see 6-5, 7-4, and 9-4.
I got this.
Notice how we occupied 9 tiles to their 6. Okay. Now I could win right now, but I'm going to restart and do this for you guys again, just so you can see that it's very consistent. Okay. We're just going to follow the same rules. Okay, we're going to figure out which card's the mulligan. It's always going to be the cards with more than 1 pawn. So we're going to get rid of that one.
I'm ready when you are.
And again, I'm not really looking at the names of the card. I don't care if it's an Archdragon, Levercron, Capparwire. It doesn't really matter. I just want to play the card with the highest point total that builds my territory to the right. Remember, because we want to capture these 9 tiles. Okay. So 1, 3, 2, and 3. 3 is the highest. So I'm going to go with that one. See what our opponent does. Okay. So because he played top, we can play middle, right? Because even if we play here, again, our highest rated card is 3. Notice if we play here, it creates that green space red scenario. You guys see that? Now he just, you know, like it was green space red. He played, right? So now we have green red and it's our turn. So now we want to see if we can capture both of these. All right. So do we have a card that can do that? Let's see. So if I'm looking for the highest power level, that would be the Levercron. But notice how it does not capture both. You guys see that? So this is one of those instances where you don't really want to play the card with the highest point value. We want to play the security officer card because it's a 1 versus the 2, right? Instead of having 8, we're going to have 7 total points. And that's what we want.
Cloud keeps the hits coming.
That gives us, that starts to set up our 9 tiles. Okay. Notice what he did, played in the bottom right. What do? Keep capturing territory. We want to keep moving forward, or I should say to the right. So now this Levercron that we passed up earlier looks really sweet. Why? Because it can capture both of these. You guys see that? A security officer card would do this as well. Okay. So boom, we play there.
A masterful play from Cloud. Can his opponent recover?
You can see now he's trying to pass. Why? He cannot play. He doesn't have any red pawns on the board. So unless he has a card that can destroy one of his current cards, you know, he's forced to give up. Okay. Now I could continue to play and like run the numbers up, but there's no point, right? To save time, to be more efficient, we could win by just passing because we're going to win. It's going to be 9-4. He's winning the top and bottom lane. Right, 3-0, 1-0. So he's going to get 4 points. I'm winning the middle lane, 9-0. I'm going to get 9 points. I'm going to win 9-4. Okay, I'm going to restart. Do this one more time, and then I'll show you guys the clip where we're just going to go through all the Queen's Blood stuff here. But I just wanted you guys to be very familiar with this system. So we're going to get rid of that card. And notice that it doesn't really matter which cards I start with. I'm still able to win, because it's about territory. Now, if you really want to stack the odds in your favor, you could just keep restarting like this. Let's see, get rid of those and try to give yourself, you could even get rid of the cards that have 1 pawn piece, that have 1 point, right? And try to stack your deck up to the point where you have the higher rated cards. Like right now I have an Archdragon, that's 3, another Archdragon 3, right? And then the Grasslands Wolf 2. It's probably going to be easier for me to show you guys here. The best possible cards to get is going to be the Archdragons and the Capparwire. Okay, why? Because they build to the right and they're worth 3 points. So if you put these 3 cards beside each other on the middle lane, you're going to have 9 points. Right? If you put these 2 cards on the middle lane, you're going to have 6 points. And maybe you put this card and this card on the bottom lane, that's going to be 6 points. And at this particular stage in the game, that's really hard to beat. So, you know, feel free to keep resetting as many times as you want to get the cards you want. But to be honest, it really doesn't matter. Like you've already seen that I've already won twice and I didn't really care which cards I got. So just keep that in mind. Okay. So we're going to keep all of these cards. Again, I can mulligan these if I wanted to get another Archdragon, right? Maybe another Capparwire card. I may not get them, but it gives me, in fact, I'll do it for you guys. See if I get some.
I'm ready when you are.
I didn't, but you see my point, right? I could have had 2 Archdragons and 2 Capparwire, and that would have been pretty dominant. So that's up to you, okay? So let's stick to our system here. I've got this card has a 2, a 1, and then we got some 3s. So I'm just going to play this one, and it doesn't really matter. Looks like he's playing top, so I'm going to continue to play middle. Again, I'm going to go with my highest rated card, which is a 3.
You're mine.
So see, I got 6 points already. It's going to be very hard for him to win that lane. All right, so you see what he did? He closed the gap. Now we have a green, red. So let's see if we can capture. Looks like this is going to be the card that we need to play to capture. And notice that I've already set myself up for the 9 tiles versus my opponent's 6.
Bring it.
Cloud keeps the hits coming.
So the 9-6 rule is in effect. And boom, look, he did it again. So now I'm going to play this card. See? and he's gonna probably end up passing here. Yep, and that's it. I win.
All right.
So this time I win 9-5. So enjoy the rest of the tournament. Talk to you guys soon.
I'm ready when you are.
Commencing play.
Wize is fighting with a passion that rivals any living players.
You're mine.
Cloud is cool and composed. His focus unmatched.
And there's more where that came from. No holding back.
Cloud keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage.
Move confirmed.
This might be more than Wize 3.0 can process.
Bring it.
A masterful play from Cloud. Can his opponent recover?
Alert! Internal service error detected.
Wize 3.0 seems to have devised an unstoppable strategy.
No holding back.
Re-evaluating strategy.
Is that smoke I see coming from Wize's circuitry?
You're mine.
Engaging lifeline. Connection failed. Move confirmed.
That's the way. No holding back.
Cloud isn't letting up the pressure one bit. Looks like our AI competitor might need a reboot.
Bring it. I got this. No problem. You're mine.
Cloud's opponent had better watch out. He's hungry like the wolf for victory. Is that smoke I see?
Loss registered. Performance strongly suggests that Cloud's quintessence is superior to my own.
Give it up for Cloud. He snagged himself a win and moved up in the rankings. All players must report their match results to tournament staff before we can proceed.
Well done. Let's hope round 1 is the first of many wins.
Round 1 is over and done. Without further ado, let's proceed to round 2. It looks like Cloud is on the prowl for an opponent to challenge. Who will he choose?
So it's come to this.
Sucks to be you.
That's so.
I'm ready when you are.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
No holding back.
Cloud keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage. Talk about relentless. Tifa isn't letting up.
Bring it.
Cloud is cool and composed. His focus unmatched.
You're mine.
Uh-oh. Tifa's opponent has her on the ropes.
Not looking good. You ready?
Cloud keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage.
You're mine.
A bold play from Tifa proves she's a force to be reckoned with.
No holding back.
Looks like the cards are on my side today.
Tifa is on the verge of victory. Can she bring it home?
You're mine.
This match isn't going in Cloud's favor. Can he still turn things around?
Okay. Gotta turn this around somehow. No holding back.
I'm not going down that easy.
It's looking grim, but Tifa isn't calling it quits yet.
Bring it.
Cloud isn't letting up the pressure one bit.
That's the way. No holding back.
I'm not going down that easy.
Can Tifa mount a comeback? Let's find out.
You're mine.
Cloud's opponent had better watch out. He's hungry like the wolf for victory.
I got this. No problem. No holding back.
I'm not going down that easy.
It's looking grim, but Tifa isn't calling it quits yet.
I'll admit, those were some nice plays. Good game.
A victory for Cloud, iced by a card shark in these waters. All players must report their match results to tournament staff before we can proceed.
Nice work, Cloud.
Round 2 is in the rear view. The competition's only growing more intense. Players, it's time for round 3. Cloud's looking for his next opponent, folks.
For the love
This
of...
decision could very well determine his
Surely
fate in
you
today's...
haven't...
I'm ready when you are.
Now then, how shall I lead this time?
Madam M is fanning the flames of her foe's frustration.
You're mine.
Cloud is cool and composed. His focus unmatched.
Ooh, you're going to be sore after this.
No holding back.
Cloud keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage.
Healthy competition always gets the blood flowing.
You're mine.
A masterful play from Cloud. Can his opponent recover? I shouldn't repeat what Madam M just said, but she's not happy.
Bring it.
Cloud keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage.
Ooh, you're going to be sore after this.
That's the way. You're mine.
Ugh, you may have the upper hand now, but just wait.
After this match, I think Madam M's the one who'll need a massage.
No holding back.
Cloud's opponent had better watch out. He's hungry like the wolf for victory.
I got this. No problem. Bring it.
Ugh, you may have the upper hand now, but just wait.
After this match, I think Madam M's the one who'll need a massage.
You're mine.
Cloud isn't letting up the pressure one bit.
That's the way. Bring it.
Ugh, you may have the upper hand now, but just wait.
After this... And Cloud takes it. He's moving up, but will he make it all the way to the top? Don't forget to report your results to tournament staff so we can make that last match official.
Incredible. You've already...
Round 3 is now complete. The final act is close at hand. Round 4 is upon us. Welcome to the semifinals. Wow, Cloud is on one hell of a roll in today's tournament. But will he be able to defeat...
Would you like to play a match?
You're in this too?
Correct. I was told that a sophisticated AI was competing...
I'm ready when you are.
Let's throw down, as they say.
It should come as no surprise that Chadley is projected to win.
No holding back.
Cloud keeps the hits coming as he maintains a solid advantage.
And there's more where that came from. Bring it.
Current projections show my victory is all but assured. Opponent's heart rate indicates fight or flight response.
I'm just getting warmed up. You're mine.
A masterful play from Cloud. Can his opponent recover? Chadley's scanning for an opening. Will he find one in time?
Bring it.
Opponent's heart rate indicates fight or flight response.
I got this. No problem. No holding back.
Opponent exceeding initial projections.
A rare misstep by Chadley, but will it cost him dearly?
Bring it.
Cloud's opponent had better watch out. He's hungry like the wolf for victory.
Opponent's heart rate indicates fight or flight response.
That's the way. You're mine.
Opponent exceeding initial projections.
A rare misstep by Chadley, but will it cost him dearly?
No holding back.
Cloud isn't letting up the pressure one bit.
I got this. No problem.
Nicely done, Cloud. That was quite the match, I must say. I'm looking forward to you winning it all.
Congratulations, right this way, sir.
Cloud has fought his way into the finals. His opponent, however, is for sure. Who the greatest steal the title from his fearless
Come on, Cloud. I want to see you kick
He
him.
reigns supreme. Let's find out in our final round.
You can do this!
History. Don't let anyone stop you, Cloud.
You show him who's boss, all right?
Come on, Cloud. I want to see you place in Queen's Blood history.
So you're the one to beat.
The one to lose to.
Until now.
Aw, that's cute. Word of warning.
I'm ready when you are.
At least try to make it interesting.
Bring it.
So, do you want me to crush you now or toy with you first? I'm all set. Let's hope you can keep up.
Regina outdoes herself with every hand. It's incredible.
You're mine.
Cloud is cool and composed. His focus unmatched. What a play by Regina. She's the one to beat, folks. Regina has her opponent wrapped around her little finger.
No holding back. Can still pull this off. Bring it.
Wow, I'm winning. Shocker. I'm all set. Let's hope you can keep up.
It's small wonder Regina's the talk of the tournament. Her game is on another level.
You're mine.
It's like you're not even trying.
What a play by Regina. She's the one to beat, folks.
Not looking good. Bring it.
He may be down, ladies and gentlemen, but Cloud is not out. Victory is all but assured for Regina, and she knows it.
No holding back. Okay. Gotta turn this around somehow. You're mine.
Cloud's opponent had better watch out. He's hungry like the wolf for victory. Cloud.
No.
Can you believe it, folks? Cloud.
Let the battle begin anew.
And there's more where that came from. You're mine. Bring it. All right. Just gotta keep this up. No holding back.
This bodes ill, but I can yet turn the tide. I must focus.
And there's more where that came from. Bring it. Can still pull this off. You're mine.
Well, are you prepared to admit defeat?
Not looking good. Bring it.
Nothing stirs the warrior spirit like a close battle. I love it.
Okay. Gotta turn this around somehow. No holding back.
Nothing stirs the warrior spirit like a close battle. I love it.
That's the way. Bring it. I got this. No problem.
How exhilarating. I may have lost.
Close, too. You nearly had.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
Didn't expect to see you.
I couldn't bear to pass up the chance.
Well, lucky for us that you didn't. You were amazing.
So,
Follow the story and grab Tifa's weapon from the purple chest.
well then, I'm gonna get me some much needed sleep. You all can do as you please.
Have you ever thought about trying to get it back?
How are you enjoying?
Across the
Wow,
Pretty tired.
I'm gonna go down.
This better not be a joke.
Head up to the deck! These stairs will get you there! Run, run, run!
Mommy,
They're
I'm
coming from
scared.
everywhere! What's going on here?
Just get inside. Please
Oh,
remain calm.
there you
Make
are.
your way
Over
to
here,
heaven.
quickly.
Over here.
The whole ship is crawling with fiends. They're everywhere.
It's on you.
Can you take over for me? Go on.
It's over. Victory's in sight. Gotcha. Now, be at peace. Gotcha. Let the heavens weep. I won't waste this chance. Come on.
Get him. One more shot.
It's over. Nowhere. All comes down to this. Cosmos, answer me. Enough. Gotcha. You okay?
Yeah, but those fiends, they got below deck.
Tifa!
Little help here.
You're dead. You're mine. Going in. How's it look?
Bad. Those things...
Where's Titov?
Don't know. He said something about getting more firepower, then took off. Cloud, look!
Bring it. Come on.
Gotcha.
Come on.
You're mine. Gotcha. You're going in.
Come on.
Hey, anyone in here?
Let's do this. Gotcha. You're dead. You're done. Let's go.
The ship is in your hands now.
I won't hold back. Let's finish this. Gotcha. Was never in doubt.
The memories rose, and then the fiends came. Oh, don't let them near the engine.
This ends here. Gotcha. You're done. You're dead.
Come on!
This ends here. Let's do this.
I'm all warmed up.
Those men, they're
Be ready for anything, okay?
Copy.
Come and get it, assholes!
Barret is our go-to character for this fight. Cloud should use Firebolt Blade, and Tifa can help out with Unbridled Strength and Dive Kick. Expect to pop another trophy for completing this chapter. I put a ton of time into these videos, and it would mean the world to me if I had your support on Patreon. So I've set up some free rewards. The link is in my pinned comment. This will give you an idea of what to expect once you become a member. For those that support me already, I greatly appreciate it. My name is XIII, and I'll see you in the next one. Be good.
Pull yourself together. Check out this shit right here. Catch you sleeping. Little bit here. Want some more? Gotta love it. pay you back too. Gonna bring it home.
Let's do this. You're dead. It's on you.
All set.
About damn time! Woo-hoo! Got us home! Time for a serious ass whooping! Damn it! Bang bang! This freak ain't nothing special! Let's tear it limb from limb! Suck on this! Asshole! I'm gonna make you regret this. It's all good. Got a whole heap of land with your name on it. How many times I gotta shoot you?
They're everywhere.
Don't panic. We can kill it.
No, for the... How many times we gotta do this same song and dance?
Leave it to me.
Getting out of this one.
You're dead. Don't stop now.
Try to end this.
This one right here is for the planet.
There.
Say your prayer. Get your ass out of here.